Hello and welcome to this teeny tiny teaser of Not Just Crew. My name's Ali Murphy. I'm here in sunny Seattle and I am speaking today to you ladies, but I also want you guys to stick around because you know what? This affects you all. So I'm going to be talking today about menopause and flying. And we've got today with us the incredible Dr. Jen Parker. So we're going to bring Jen in and we're going to start talking about what we're going to talk about on this upcoming show about flying and the menopause. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Ali.
Thank you so much for coming. Where are you in the world, my
Oh
love?
my gosh, I'm in oh, is it sunny? It is sunny Bournemouth at the moment. Yeah, I'm
Hey, my
actually
favorite
home for
destination.
once. Oh, I know. Absolutely. I know that Seattle though is another good one. Good
It's
one.
pretty nice here. Well, for 3 months of the year, it's gorgeous. The rest of the time,
Mm,
it's pretty rainy.
chopping
But yeah.
it down, chopping it down. Very Grey's Anatomy, one of my favourite programs.
Oh
Yeah.
God, me too. Absolutely. Well, we're not going to talk about that because that's just going to go for another hour if we keep
We
talking
will.
about
That's
Grey's
that's its
Anatomy.
own show.
We've got an upcoming show talking about menopause and
Mhm.
flying because it's one of the biggest questions that we've had at Not Just Crew for a while now is how to deal with it, how to recognize symptoms and how to care for yourself. Because I guess with the workforce that is the majority female, I'd say. It affects everybody because it's not just the people who are experiencing it. But if you are a male or somebody who is not experiencing menopause at the time, you might come across a woman who's experiencing some stuff, and it'd be really great for you to just have a little bit of knowledge right there, right?
I completely agree. Knowledge is
I
power.
mean, we're going to talk about it. We've got going to have a full episode coming up soon, but I just want to kind of get people talking because we would love questions from anybody. If anybody's got any questions about how to deal with menopause symptoms whilst flying, perimenopause, what to expect, any top tips of how to survive, because what would you say like the top sort of symptoms are that women experience with menopause?
So the symptoms that I've most frequently come across are, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to these. So fatigue, there's that foggy brain where you, for the life of you, can't remember what you were just about to say, even though it was right on the tip of your tongue. It's a very popular thing reported as night sweats, or even just sweating just during the day. Nausea can also be a funny one, and cycle changes pretty much a given. But I would say fatigue and foggy headedness 100% top of the list there. And I know from what you've just said, Ali, this isn't just something that's experienced by us girls. This can be experienced by everybody, by your partners, by your children, family members, friends. You know, they all might be noticing a slight difference in you. And mood changes as well. That's another one. You know, you just can't quite put your finger on why your threshold's a little bit lower, or
Mhm,
you're not dealing with something like you usually would. You might get really angry, or you might all of a sudden burst into tears and you just don't have a clue why.
mhm.
So I really can't wait for this show because it's going to be a chance for me to be able to explain a little bit about hormones and why this is happening, and also ways for us to deal with it. And I think if you've got a better understanding of it, I think mentally it just helps you prepare and process it, so we just all deal with it in our own way.
I completely agree. And you say menopause, and I'm so happy this conversation is happening because you say menopause, and a lot of people just think that's something happens to older ladies. And
Mhm.
I'm 42 and I am experiencing perimenopause right now. I never thought I would be experiencing this right now. I thought I was just, getting started with my life. And then suddenly you get all these symptoms and you have to have a lot of self-awareness. And I'm so grateful now that I have people that I can speak to about it because now I realize, okay, you know what? I need a bit more extra sleep and I need to take care of my body in different ways than I did maybe 10 years ago. So this isn't just for the future, ladies. This is like from right now, wherever you are in your life, this is going to be happening. And if you are a guy or someone who's not going to be experiencing menopause, then this is something that's going to happen to the people that you love and the people that you work with. And it's really good just to have that awareness. Like when girls go through puberty and we've got all of these books, how your body's changing and dear God, it's me, Margaret, and all those books, how I learn about puberty. But, it's probably better now. But we learn about the beginning start of our bodies changing, but our bodies are consistently changing. And this hormone shift that we get in our, I mean, I've had friends experience it in their late 30s, early 40s, 50s, or 60s. Whenever you're experiencing it, it can be so strange to suddenly feel like you are not the person you used to be. And if you've got on top of that the added stress of flying, when you are already fatigued, you are already stressed, you're already not getting regular, good, healthy sleep, it's really good to be aware of your body, aware of things that are happening so that you can catch it early, because there's things that you can do, right? But that we can talk about in the episode coming up. We can talk about supplements, exercise, things that we need, because you know what, it's different. I have to exercise differently than I did even just 5 years ago. I have to eat differently. I have to make sure my sleep hygiene is much more strict than it was 5 years ago. So I think this is a really good subject for people of all ages to talk, just to have an awareness, because once you've got that awareness, you can do something about it and live the best version of this life that we have. Continue to enjoy flying, continue to go around the world, have these amazing experiences, but just looking after yourself in a different way. Do you think that there's going to be any major question, like the big questions that we're going to be able to answer? What do you think people are going to be wanting to hear?
I think that this is such a huge, broad spectrum. I'm so glad that you've mentioned age here, Ali, because I can't put a specific age on this, because it changes. It's changed over the decades, over the centuries, I'm sure. I think the biggest thing that I'm hoping will happen from this is, yeah, number one, awareness of symptoms. Number two, preparation. And number three, I hope it gives you all a sense of community, that this isn't just a you thing. This is actually something that is inevitable. I mean, us women, we don't half go through it. And I for one really want the male population to be a lot more aware of this happening to us, and it's not in our control. So I want to get rid of some stigma with it. There's all these labels flying around, all these crazy women, and actually it's something that is completely hormone based. And I'm pretty sure that if we injected anybody with a load of random hormones that actually aren't normally there, it would send anyone a little bit stir bit crazy. So yeah, I'm hoping that people feel safe enough to be able to pop their questions into us. So you can do this. Please send them along to gemma@notjustcrew.com. And we don't mind what they are, what form they are, how long they are, short, long, however, I don't care what they are. Please send them all in. I'm so intrigued as to how we can help you. And then what we're going to do is hopefully go live on YouTube and Facebook with the show, answering them as we go. So if you don't manage to get them in before, we can answer them. But yeah, I for one just want this to be a really safe, comfortable, gentle, informative platform where we can all be as one together, and we can be better informed, and just better equipped to deal with the future and possibly the present. So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that what you hit on the nail on the head there. Like it's going to be affecting people at any different stages of their lives, and hormones. I'm only just realizing this, and I think this is maybe just the world that we're in now, is that we have more education and more access to knowledge, because the generation. I mean, I remember my mother saying, "Oh gosh, well you won't be going through perimenopause is a new thing. You won't be going through that now. You're only 42." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, Mum, but do you remember for about
It's
10
happening.
years you didn't feel great?" Well, I
Yeah.
don't want to feel like that. We now have the opportunity to learn more about our bodies, the way that they work, and feel good throughout that time. I know I've made some adjustments in my life in the last year, and I've educated myself on some things that are happening to my body. My husband has now managed to realize that, oh, actually, yeah, this is a thing. This is okay. So how can I help you make, it's better for everybody. I feel so much better now that I've made some small adjustments in my life, and I'm now able to live to the fullest, instead of the pit of despair I was in about a year ago, where I wasn't sure why. I just felt different to my normal self. So I'm really excited to have this conversation, Guys, you know what I'm like. I'm an oversharer, so I will probably don't
We're
worry
so
about
true.
any don't worry about any questions. I will be sat on that galley box at 4 a.m. oversharing with you. So have the
Same.
questions. If you want to stay anonymous, absolutely, you can stay anonymous. But let's have an open chat because this is just a thing that happens to anybody.
It
So
does.
let's talk about it and see how we can make the best of it. I'm so excited about doing this show with you, Jen. Like you said, if you've got any questions, send them into gemma@notjustcrew.com. And I'm excited to have this conversation.
So am I. I can't wait. Really excited. And I'm so excited to be sharing the stage with you, beautiful Ali.